Voodoo Game says I got to play against the Who Stompy deck the other day, and man, is it a fun one. Nice. Did you win, though, is the question. Did you win? Urza Saga, Mox Opal, Urza's Bobble. Very interesting. All right, Voodoo Games in the chat managed to beat the Doctor Who Stompy deck. And I don't know how I feel about that. All right, Urza Saga ticks up to 2. No further plays. Here's a Thoughtseize. We're in Thunder Junction now, everybody.
I just watch a show.
Welcome to Thunder Junction, Block Constructed. Sure. Metallic Rebuke, Mox Opal. What? Okay. Got it. Case of the Filch Falcon, Force of Will, and Thought Monitor. Alec committing a crime here by casting this Thoughtseize. And at this point, every Legacy game is who's going to commit more crimes, who's an outlaw, who's going to solve the case, who's going to surveil. I'm sick of this format. Can't we go back to pre-war when everything was perfect, the way we wanted? All right, Floating a Mana and Searching with Urza's Saga. Someone should start a pre-war Legacy. Pre-war Legacy League, and we'll all join and we'll all play. Yeah.
Or like a 2/2, like midnight, like some like 0.
Let's go back to pre-Innistrad. The last time Legacy was good was 2009. You should see what these people read on Reddit. All right, Soul Guide Lantern. And we're exiling Thoughtseize. All right. Very exciting. Mox Opal's up and running, though. Maybe we'll see Case of the Filch Falcon get solved this turn.
Okay, so take out the force. I'll take shoot.
And a blue.
All right, Mox Opal is legendary. Making a blue, casting the Case of the Filch Falcon. And it looks like that's resolving. And then we're going to solve the case. Pell says Legacy hasn't been good since Future Sight. Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense.
So is that the one, right? So whenever you could sack it to hit the counters on it.
Yeah, anytime I can pay 3 and sack it. Oh, I should have a clue. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. There should be a clue on the table. There's the clue.
So I'll go next.
I guess Andrew could have sacked the clue. But whatever.
Or draw.
Yeah.
Can I see a card in here?
Yeah.
All right, Urza's Bauble going to take a look. Let's see what we find. Lorien revealed. Wow.
I'm going to fetch the instant.
Andrew holding up Metallic Rebuke and Force of Will. And one unknown card in hand. Ooh, Culligan's Command. That's getting countered. Makes sense to counter that. I'm not even sure what modes were chosen, but it got countered.
Brainstorm?
All right, a Brainstorm. There was a Lorien revealed in hand, but after this Brainstorm, maybe not anymore. Who knows? This is Scalding Tarn available. Island Cycling also could shuffle the library. See how this goes. Akalith says, I actually wish we had more time to explore the post-Deathrite Shaman Pro ban before war happened. That format had a lot of promise, but it turns out time keeps moving on. Yeah. Yeah. One of the best things about Magic is it doesn't stay frozen in time. We get new cards and... Oh my god! Tsuku consumes all? Are you serious? Force pitching Force. Oh my god. Force pitching Lorien revealed. This is just brutal. Oh my goodness. Do Legacy players even know this card? Headed Sugu consumes all. This was my favorite card in whenever that came out. Yeah, that was a blowout. Oh my goodness. All right, so now a Ponder. Headed Sugu is at 2 chapter counters at this point. It will turn into a creature next turn. Here's Narset Parter of Vales. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we should go back to pre-Neon Dynasty. I think that's absolutely right. The exact... The moment that I was having the most fun personally is what we should all play. All right, Headed Sugu consumes all, flips into the Ogre.
They're sick after they transform, right?
Yeah, because it exiles and comes back.
The All-Consuming. Maybe we'll get a wins the game trigger in this game.
I've never played this card. Yeah, Exile sucks.
All right, there it is, folks. The completely out of the sleeve, then back into the sleeve upside down technique. We will continue studying these techniques until we find that one that makes sense. All right, a Brainstorm fine with Narset. Narset is pretty good against cards like Thoughtcast and Thought Monitor, but Andrew not even close to being able to cast either of those cards right now. Looks like Ancient Tomb and maybe Patchwork Automaton and Kappa Cannoneer are the cards in hand now. You just slam Automaton here? I mean, is that even... I don't know. Yeah, not sure why that Brainstorm got thrown in the trash. Alright, Children's Edict will remove the Automaton. I guess that Brainstorm accidentally got thrown away. That's unfortunate. Alright, attacking for 3. Andrew goes down to 14. Headed Tsugu will get a counter. The All-Consuming. Now it's a 5/5.
Where are we playing games?
Make sure all the one-liners.
This is why.
Shadow Spear, a little bit sad.
Sorry.
But Andrew's going to have to get some artifacts on the battlefield if he's going to win this game. Hedetsugu gets in for an attack, and it gets a counter. And with Andrew at 5, we're close to out of time.
Form it a lot.
I've not played any of these cards. I'm like, I think he loses.
Baleful Strix. So Alec has some artifacts too, it turns out.
I mean, I probably lost anyways.
Go ahead.
Just figured I might see a little more of your deck.
Yeah.
Bobble.
If all-consuming deals damage to a player, if it has dealt 10 or more damage this turn, they lose the game. It's not total. It's not like commander damage.
Trigger.
A common mistake with this card. The win the game trigger is almost never relevant unless your opponent like gained infinite life or something. All right, game 1 goes to Alec. The Hedetsugu consumes all was brutal. The brainstorm getting thrown in the trash accidentally barely mattered. We're going to game 2. I've cast Hedetsugu consumes all quite a bit in Legacy when it was more new. There was a Legacy format at the time that was there was a lot of Grixis and Jeskai control floating around. Decks like 8 cast and stuff like that and Delver were great reasons to have Hedetsugu consumes all in the main, and it was a lot of fun. Here's Seat of the Synod. Case of the Filch Falcon. Make a clue. Play an artifact. Play another case. All right. Both cases are solved. We have to get Andrew some solved counters. I know Andrew plays some limited. Should have some solved counters in the deck box. Come on, Andrew. All right, here's a Ponder.
Yeah, the other one that was pitched was
Draw. Buster.
Grixis Saga. Lotus Petal.
Crack. Got a 4/4.
Cracking one of the cases of the Filch Falcon and attack it for 4. Pretty good. I mean, these 2 cases of the Filch Falcon are a fast clock. Gonna have 8 flying power on the board next turn, potentially. Ooh, Engineering Explosives X is 0. Haha. Oh, boy.
And then I will also.
That's just mean. Attack for 4 is still a clock. Alec is going to have to make a choice here. Do we want to kill this clue bird now or wait? And we're just taking a 4. Gotta pop this here, right? Blow up the 2 clues, Lotus Petal and Mox Opal. If Andrew tries to make a construct in response, that'll also die, so that won't be the play. And Urza Saga will only have 1. Yeah, you gotta crack the Engineering Explosives here, I think, on end step. Can't imagine why you wouldn't, unless Andrew's gonna, Alec rather, is gonna untap and play Hedetsugu consumes all. But I mean, that would just be for style points, blowing up your own Engineering Explosives. All right, a Bowmaster on end step. Okay. Just gonna take the ping, no sacking clues in response. Okay.
So, draw your discard. Draw.
Is it better to flash in a Bowmaster or pop the engineering explosives there? I really don't know. Second with the Orc Army. Okay, sacking a clue, and that's going to trigger the Bowmaster. Timing timing is all like tricky here. The Orc Army will now die to the energy and explosives. Saga's about to take up to 3. Gonna make a construct this time, and then pop the Saga. What do we find? You have to go for a 1 here with an EE on 0 on the board. Right? So what do we find? Looks like Haywire Might has been pulled to the front. Unlikely to be the choice. I mean, you find Shadow Spear, that's not the worst. Needle on engineering explosives would be nice and would punish Alec for not popping it in a big way. Shadow Spear. Okay.
Yeah, the 3-0 won you the game, for sure.
There have been a lot of micro decisions in this game too that, I mean, we could probably spend a lot of time analyzing. Equipping Shadow Spear to the Construct now? Construct is summoning sick, right? Okay, Energy and Explosives gets popped, so ends up not mattering, but that Construct is supposed to be summoning sick. But either way, the Energy and Explosives is detonated. Mox Opal gets played. The other one's supposed to be in the trash. Losing track of some things here, but that's okay. Bowmaster's still on the board. Orc Army gone. Case of the Filched Falcon still on the board. It could turn anything into a bird still. Baleful Strix on defense. Yeah, this is going towards a little bit late in the evening. Yeah, one of the Mox Opals should be dead. All right, attacking with Bowmaster takes a damage, goes down to 14. Pew Pew says Mox Opal shouldn't be legendary in my opinion. Don't tweet that. Don't tweet that. That would you're gonna start a you know what storm.
It's at the bottom. Oh. This opal should be land. Why do I have an opal in play? I should not have the opal. Yeah, that was supposed to be the good one. Sorry.
Yeah, the people of Magic Twitter can't handle tweets like Mox Opal shouldn't be legendary. They would just explode. They can't handle stuff like that. Gets wild out there.
It's okay.
All right, the Mox Opal trades with Baleful Strix after becoming a bird. Thanks to Case of the Filched Falcon. So Baleful Strix down. Here's Seed the Synod. And pass the turn.
War?
All right, so Bowmaster's still on the table. I mean, that's pretty good against Thoughtcast and Thought Monitor, as we know. Patchwork Automaton. Patchwork Automaton has become the new star of the Legacy 8 cast decks. Mishra's Bauble will lead to a trigger and bolt in response. Pay for the ward.
I should definitely David not before with 5 or 6. This removes the deck. This one ends up with the cast or different thing that you can do. One will pass and they cannot be sure. Some ideas why I was still makes
Ooh, new Jace.
All right. There's been an awakening. Jace reawakened. Very exciting. All right, so plotted here with Jace is Valky, God of Lies. For anyone that's been, I don't know, not really paying attention. The other side of Valky, God of Lies is the reason for including the card here. Tibalt is now on the battlefield. Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter.
Yeah.
That's in.
It was actually
So the +2 is exile the top card of each player's library, and you may cast cards exiled this way is the static ability. Otawara is going to bounce Tibalt in response.
It's just exiled.
So these will just be exiled. Tibalt won't be able to cast them. Force of Will and Brainstorm thrown away.
That's a good question.
I don't know that it matters.
I'm not sure.
It would become a new game object, I think, and these cards would not be available for Tibalt to cast. But what do I know? I'm not a level 5 judge. All right, so Jace Reawakened will plus again. Valky, God of Lies, plotted.
Turn. Go ahead.
That was one of my bigger concerns. Well, yeah, like I have and this is more for me, like.
It's an emblem.
I'm gonna bubble you on
The Valky ability gives an emblem. Ah, you're right. Yeah, it does give an emblem. Okay.
One when it enters. The other.
Beats is in a weird position right now.
I was gonna do it.
Looks like a lightning bolt just ended the game though. Before I can get the card text up, but Jace Tibalt, everybody.